And there's a drive. Deep right field. It is gone! The hit that makes history is a two-run home run.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch coming your way next. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut, Wade Boggs. Boggs hitting ninth in today's lineup, and he was a fifth-round pick in 2024. In the dirt, and 1-1. Hit hard, base hit, and that turns the lineup over. Back to the top of the lineup, now batting Jarren Duran. Sends it to first, third out, and that ends the frame. Left for the Red Sox, but they lead it 1-0. So the lineup flips over. Now up for Tampa Bay, Garrett Hampson. And here it comes. Dive, and he's got it. Throws from his knees. There's one. Relay to first, double play.
Well, one thing you expect from your man on the hot corner is a strong arm. On display right there as he makes the diving stop, throws from the knees to start a double play. Wow.
Wade Boggs at the plate now after picking up his first major league hit in his last at bat.
Yeah, special moment for him individually, no doubt about it. He'll remember where he hit it, who was on the mound, and the stadium where it happened for the rest of his life.
Fair ball. Lead runner holds at third, so two runners in scoring position and just one out.
Waste no time there. Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up two bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
On the ground to the left. Base hit. One run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away. So digging in, Masataka Yoshida.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Duran into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. And he hits a ground ball right side, whips it to Mountcastle, and there's two away. Runner on at first with one gone. Wade Boggs steps in the box once again. It's been an impressive debut for him, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. A really good showing from the rookie, and you don't always need these guys to get off to a hot start, but it certainly makes the transition from the minors easier if you do. I hope he has a long and successful career.
Next pitch is inside, and the count even 1-1. Foul ball there. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Now a screamer into the outfield. Brings it in, and there are two outs. Runners at the corners here, one away. Boggs will hit next. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Oh, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And a big swing and a miss.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one not close. The count now 2-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And it remains 2-2. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Nice, Rick. Yeah, there you go.
Hammered on the line. Base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the eighth. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And they're all loaded up.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close.
Boggs was solid in his MLB debut. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next. So, runner at second, 2 down. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Hot shot to third. Fires across the diamond, and that is that. So one hit is all they get. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut, Wade Boggs. This one high in the air to left center. DeLuca makes the play, and there are 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup, Crew Cloven, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground, could be 2. Fires to second for 1, and that's 2. No runs, no hit. Man at first, 1 away.
Third baseman, Wade Boggs.
Line drive. Fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And that's a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. They really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but he just barely sneaked in there.
To the right side, Cloven throws to first in time. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So runner at third. So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Adley Rutschman. And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Man at first, nobody out. Wade Boggs at the plate now after picking up his first major league hit in his last at bat.
Yeah, special moment for him individually, no doubt about it. He'll remember where he hit it, who was on the mound, and the stadium where it happened for the rest of his life.
One ball, 2 strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone.
Oh, that pitch got away from him, and that's a hit by pitch. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So the batting order. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. And it finds its way through for a hit. Coming home. He will score. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. And strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Got him looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Boggs was solid in his MLB. And now the first baseman, Jose Miranda. And now the 0-1. To third. And that one handled. 2 away.
He's out.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Wade Boggs. Boggs with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. 1 down, base is empty. And it's fouled away.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Swing and a miss. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Wade Boggs. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it.
Connor Norby digs in now. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Around third. He'll score easily. The tag at third, and he's out. They limit the damage here. On a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Wade Boggs. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that's
inside,
off the inside edge. Now 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Down and in, moved his feet.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. And there's one down. Cody Huff, the next up for the Marlins. Two now. Rip to third. The throw to second. Double play. And that sends us to the bottom of the ninth. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Boggs will hit next. 1 for 3.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That's a base hit.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed in.
Now snap throw to first. And he's back safely.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
There goes the runner. Pitch is low. Throw to second, and he's out.
You know, sometimes a throw that bounces into second base can be just as good as a perfect throw in the air. It's almost a little bit easier to handle at second base.
You're out. 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 You're out. Out. Out.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox.
And now,
First pitch coming your way next.
Boston Red Sox.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now Royce Lewis. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Vladdy coming around third. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
Well, Boog, you have to be able to trust your coaches in this spot. That's what baseball is all about. You're relying on the people around you to set you up for success. Players need to rely on their coaches the same way they rely on their teammates.
Lopez back to work. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they're chipping away. It's 4-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
First and second, 2 outs. Wade Boggs at the plate again after homering earlier for his first major league hit. Pretty cool.
Yeah, to steal a turn from another sport, he opened his account with that home run, which is such a cool way to collect your first hit. You could see how special that moment was for him, too, as he was rounding the bases.
And there's a foul ball. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw.
Marcelo Meyer, the next Twin up to hit. Right-handed reliever. On the ground. And it stays fair. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
He's in there.
To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Boggs in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Swing and a miss.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
That's out to center field. Buxton snags it for the second out. New inning getting started. Now at the plate, Austin Martin. On the ground to third. And that one handled. Tosses to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
Up next to the
First and second, one out. Wade Boggs steps in the box once again. It's been an impressive debut for him, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. A really good showing from the rookie, and you don't always need these guys to get off to a hot start, but it certainly makes the transition from the minors easier if you do. I hope he has a long and successful career.
So the tying run at second. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And no one can get there. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's a one-run game.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have...
Take your base. 3 out. You're out. Out. 3 out. Out. You're out. Out. 3. That's ball 4. Ball 4. Take your base. Ball 4. Take your base.
First and second, no outs. Boggs digs in now. He's already homered in this game. That one missed. And that is out of play. With the tying run at the plate, here in extra innings. Strike 2.
Big-time jam right there.
One ball,
I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Cracks his bat and pops him up. And there's one down. With the winning run at the plate. And here in extra innings. To the right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Boggs.